Hello, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll get started here in a moment. Give it about 30 more seconds. I hope you're doing well wherever you're tuning in from. This is day 6, I believe, of our live 9:30 readings. Okay, so thank you so much again for tuning in. If you've tuned in to prior readings, thank you so much. We are listening to a Shiva mantra in the background. Shiva mantra in the background. Okay. All right. We'll go ahead and get started here in just a moment. Okay. Today is 11/3. 11/3. Okay. Investigators. January 13th could be significant for your investigations. Okay. For one or more of them. Welcome in General Collective and investigators, investigative agencies. Welcome in. Thank you so much for clicking listen. Okay, welcome in. Good morning. Good morning, Crystal. Good morning. I hope you're doing well, Crystal. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the stack, what's at the front and what's at the back. Okay, at the back we have Tupac and we have cross-dresser. Okay, Tupac and cross-dresser on the top. All right. Thank you so much, Divine, for this day. Thank you so much, ancestors. Thank you so much again, collective, for bringing your energy this morning or this evening, as it were, wherever you are when you listen to this. All right. This channel was created to help investigators solve their cases. Okay, specifically, that's what this channel was created for. My name is Nehru, by the way. Okay. So we have 4. Get some tarot messages. Thank you so much for the comments on the channel as well. I enjoy reading them and I enjoy interacting with you. Thank you so much again for tuning in. And once again, live shout outs to new subscribers. Yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay, we have 2 tarot messages. We're going to get some angel numbers and then we're going to get into the messages. Again, we have one more day of the live readings, okay? One more day of the live readings at 9:30 Central Time. 0440 could be significant, okay? That number has been coming out here. 44, April 4th has been coming out quite a bit, both with the information that we look up, okay? And with the information that comes out here, specifically with angel numbers and that sort of thing. All right. So something about an Aries. Okay. And okay, currently I see that there's a 4 up there, right? On the window. Okay. So we have 8888. Okay, and we'll read these cards as we go along. Okay. 0330. Okay. And 0440. Okay. If you would like to know more about me, the other channel is Esoteric Guidance, Extraterrestrial Earth Angel. Okay. And on that channel, we share canonical text. We talk about raising your vibration, alchemizing. We talk about you becoming your highest, purest, truest self, how to tap into that, how to become that, how to walk away from what no longer serves your good. Okay. We talk about all of those things on that channel. All right. Some of what you hear here could confirm whatever you've heard from another reader. Okay. Again, I'm not a tarot reader. Okay. I am an empath. Okay. First out, we have Lieutenant Joe Kenda. Okay. Lieutenant Joe Kenda. Okay. So Lieutenant Joe Kenda is the homicide hunter. Thank you so much for your likes. Okay. Lieutenant Joe Kenda is the homicide hunter. So there could be something about a lieutenant, an investigator, a private investigator, okay? Um, Lieutenant Joe Kenda. His full name, investigators, Joseph Patrick Kenda, born 11/14. So he is a Scorpio. So we are in Scorpio season, okay? He has a birthday coming up, okay? He is a retired Colorado Springs police detective who solved more than 400 crimes, 400 homicides, okay? 400 homicides, okay? Born in Pennsylvania. He's currently 78. Spouse, Mary Kathleen Moyler, okay? Married 1967 investigators, 76, 67. Okay, years active, 73 to 96, okay? Lieutenant Joe Kenda, okay? Homicide hunter, okay? So there's definitely something about an investigator here, okay? On the other side of Lieutenant Joe Kenda, we have Coast Guard. So there's an investigator who's working with the Coast Guard, or this investigator is a part of the Coast Guard. The Coast Guard is a part of the U.S. Army military, or I say U.S. Army, but it's a part of the branch of the U.S. military. Okay, this says the gut feeling 0440. Follow your gut. It's more than just a feeling. Be real with people and focus on meaningful relationships. Okay, meaningful relationships. Remember, you also must bring value to the table. Treat others with respect, or else karma will bite you in the ass. 3 is a crowd. Okay? So, you might need to keep whatever this is information. Investigators could be keeping this quiet at this time. Okay? Because they now understand that there are karmic individuals that come out here, or that are out here that do evil witchcraft things, okay? Steal your mail, witchcraft against you, to whatever, unalive you, okay? Investigators, you now see that. That's a real thing, that we wrestle not against flesh and blood. The name Cooper, someone could have a large family. When I say large family, 10 kids, 12 kids, someone could have a large family like that, okay? Hanging with Mr. Cooper, Mark Cooper, okay, basketball, NBA, Mark Cooper, hanging with Mr. Cooper, 1990s, or 90s TV sitcom. Okay, Mark Cooper. Okay. Oh, and that's on the star. Okay. So on one side of the star, we have Cooper, and on the other side, we have a new house. Okay. So also the name Duper, Mark Duper, okay? New house. So when you're in your star energy collective, you could be getting this new house. This could be a large house, okay? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,000 square feet, you know? This could be a large house, okay? Country music could be significant. Shout out to Toby Keith. Shout out to Toby Keith. Shout out to Toby Keith. Okay. Next, we have a construction worker investigators. Look, thank you so much for the likes. Hi, Crystal. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you for becoming a subscriber to the channel, Crystal. I appreciate you. Sending love to you. Construction worker. Okay, so something about a construction worker investigators. Okay, that construction worker's name could be Gary. That's on the other side. That's on the other side of the Empress. Okay, the other side of the Empress is Gary. Okay, Sierra Jada Gamble could be significant. Sierra Jada Gamble investigators. Okay, could be something about the Sahara Desert, something being buried out there. Okay, someone could be jaded because of the truth coming out. Someone's jaded, and someone's an opportunist with the gamble. Someone's an opportunist. So they seek ways to do conniving, underhanded, wicked deeds. Okay, those are all crimes. Someone seeks out ways to do that. They try to find vulnerable spiritual beings. Joyce Jessica Heather came out yesterday, okay, or this morning when I did a reading at local time. It was like 12:40 in the morning or something when I posted the most recent reading, okay. So Joyce Jessica Heather. Heather is significant. Heather Locklear. Let's look up Heather's information. Heather Locklear. Okay. Heather Locklear. Okay. So Heather Locklear, listen investigators, listen collective for synchronicities. 64 today. Okay. 64, 46 could be significant. Born September 25th, 1961. 925 confirmation horn honk. 925, 1961. Okay. Heather Dean Locklear is her full name. Dean, Heather Dean Locklear. Born in LA. Okay, so LA, Los Angeles, La, okay. Spouses, Tommy Lee. So she was married to Tommy Lee Jones, 86 to 93. Richie Sambora from 94 to 2007. Okay, Heather Locklear, right? Kind of look like Britney Spears in that picture. That's interesting. This could be something going on with Britney. Okay. Heather Locklear. Okay. Could be something about the beach. I think she was on Baywatch, I think. All right. Okay, so on the other side of Joyce, Jessica, and Heather, we have Daniel and Daniela. Okay. And on the 8888. Okay. So the 8888, it's for personal powers. Okay, so we're talking about your solar plexus. We're talking about your solar plexus, personal power. Okay, you could be a born leader type of energy, a king of wands type of energy. Okay, born leader. You don't seek leadership positions; they just find you, right? Because you're faithful. All this is, all that is good and pleasant in your life will multiply. Angels are sending the number. The lighting is not so good in here. Sending the number. Excuse me, let me start over. Angels are sending the numbers to assure you of the prosperity and well-being ahead. Okay, so this is a confirmation on the 8888 for prosperity and wellness ahead. Okay, if you are dealing with physical illnesses, I would look to Gaia for healing first before I look to the legal drug dealer, that is the pharmacist or the doctor. Okay, Daniel, Danielle, okay, any one of them could be the construction worker. Sierra could be the construction worker. The opportunist could be this construction worker. The Coast Guard could be the construction worker. Okay, so some military personnel, if they are in the reserves or are not on active duty, they have civilian jobs. Okay, and so this could be someone who's in the Coast Guard but also has a civilian job. Okay, someone lacks effort in some way. Okay. That is on one side of the ring, or I said King of Wands, and now we have the King of Wands message out here. I said King of Wands, so for a born leader, okay, or someone stepping into a leadership position, you bring out the best in me, making me feel like a leader, deciding what I want and taking action with passion. Excuse me, whoa. Confirmation bird. Taking action with passion and determination. King of Wands energy. Okay, so a born leader. Okay, you know the problem with, and I realized this once I've gone through the dark night of the soul and divine began to show me things about masculine energies and feminine energies. As an example in sports, do you know why Kobe and Shaquille O'Neal did not work out better together? For those of you who are familiar with that journey, it's because both of them are masculine energies. Okay. So when did Kobe again become successful? When he was joined to a feminine energy. And this is nothing about Paul Gasol's sexual preference. Okay, I believe he's a heterosexual male, but this has nothing to do with his sexual preference. But it is the spirit being of who Pau Gasol is. Okay, so he is the softer, more right, and so even though he was very good at what he did not have to be the leader, right? So Shaquille was a very masculine energy. That's why him and Kobe bumped heads. Okay, so when you get two masculines together and they're trying to work together, they can work together, but one is going to have to allow the other to lead at various points in times. Okay, that's why a divine masculine and divine feminine union is the perfect match, not a divine masculine and a divine masculine, or a divine feminine and a divine feminine. Okay, someone's lacking effort. Okay. Uber Lyft driver. Okay. You could be getting a ride by an Uber Lyft driver. Okay. Make sure that your tracking is on. Make sure that your tracking is on. Okay. Crazy ass things happen. Okay. You get into an Uber or Lyft driver's car and they drive you off somewhere. Those stories do happen. Okay. They do happen. All right. Someone's aiding and abetting. Okay, aiding and abetting someone's name who's already come out here. Cooper, Joe, Kenda, a construction worker. Someone's aiding and abetting someone. Okay, they could be giving instructions from jail. Okay, from prison. They could be instructing someone from prison. Aiding and abetting, we have Clint Eastwood. Okay, Clint Eastwood. Okay, all right. So someone's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. Okay, let's look up Clint Eastwood's information. He's 95 or 6 today. Clint Eastwood. There could be something about an Eastwood, East Avenue, East Drive. Okay. Clint Eastwood. Okay. And it's Clinton Eastwood Jr. Okay, so Junior. Someone could be called Junior or be a junior. 95 years old today, born 5/31/1930. Okay, Clint Eastwood. Okay, San Francisco, active in filming that since 1954. 54 investigators. Spouses, Maggie Johnson, 1953 to 1984. And Dinah Ruiz from 1996 to 2014. Okay, partners, Sandra Lockie and Francis Fisher, Christina Sendera. Okay. Christina passed in 2024. There could be something about a 2024 death. Okay. Clinton. Okay. That's a tough man right there, right? That's his aura. So there could be something about your toughness that's being admired, collective investigators. Your toughness that's being admired. A Master Builder 33. Okay. If you don't know how to find out if you are a Master Builder, you take the month you were born. So if you were born in 06, then you were born on 05. Okay. So that's 11. Okay. And then you take the last 2 digits of your year. Okay, so in this case, we already have 11, so you would need to be born on the 22nd, 1922, right? In order for, or at least those 2 digits would need to add up to in order for you to be, right? So, Master Builder. Spiritual hallucinations. Someone sending those to you, return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. Okay? And a coven of men. Okay, so a coven of men could be a coven of men. That could be deacons at the church. Okay, this could be co-workers. Okay, we already know this could be cults of some sort. Okay, secret societies, Eastern Stars, Eastern Masons, Freemasons, Eastern Stars working together. Okay. High-level soulmate replacing twin flame that has fallen is the message. So take a look, collective. So you have, okay, if this is part of your journey, you have a high-level soulmate coming in that is a replacement for the fallen twin or fallen divine partner that you were supposed to be with. Okay, and that is confirmation right there. That is confirmation with that 3 of Hearts, because someone has unhealed childhood wounds is the reason why they could no longer be with you, or they could not come towards you, period. Okay? But you have new love coming in. Okay? All right? Always be ready for changes. Okay? Every day that you wake up, just understand that life is here to show us things, okay? And help us become our highest, purest, truest self. And life does that sometimes by throwing things in that require changes. So 0330, let's go ahead and read this angel message. Okay? Lucky shirt. Okay? Pursue your goals and get what you want. It will provide wonderful benefits for you and the people you hold dear. Your ability to communicate is improving at this time, which will make it easier for you to interact with a great spectrum of individuals. Okay? So I keep talking about the leadership, the King of Wands energy out here. We have Clint Eastwood that came out here. We have Heather Locklear that came out here. I'm getting the name Dante. Is there a Dante Cooper? Dante, okay, Dante, all right. So we have the stepping into your full potential type of energy, okay, stepping into your full potential, all right. We're going to go ahead and pull some random cards at this time. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. This is the 6th of 7 live readings in a row, okay, each day, one each day, I should say. That could be confusing. Sexual assaults at the church, investigators, okay? Again, we have tantric sex up here. Do your return to senders, okay? All right. Congratulations is going to be in order, or is in order, okay? Discover peace amongst the chaos. Yep. Peace amongst the chaos. Okay. The government modifies weather conditions. Okay. The government modifies weather conditions. A Mexican cartel investigators. Okay. This could be part of the names that are coming out here today. A Gemini. Okay. A Gemini and a Mexican cartel. There's something about a monsoon. A whiner is crying. Okay. So someone who is a general complainer is also crying now. I don't understand that. Okay. All right. So a whiner is crying. Could be a wino. Okay. Someone who drinks a lot of wine. They don't have to be a wino. Okay. Mexican cartel. Someone is passing in the next 90 days. I said prepare for sudden changes or last minute changes, collective investigators. Okay. Prepare for last minute changes. Okay. Something about rags to riches. Okay. Whoever this high level soulmate is, okay, once you two come together, okay, and you two become this, if you are not already, okay, and this doesn't have to be on stage at the Super Bowl, okay. This could just be locally in your community, in your bloodline, you being the hero, you being the generational curse breaker, starseed light worker, healer, empath, okay. It could just be you healing your bloodline, okay. Someone is a dog or animal lover, all right, fur baby lover, okay. Someone wants to wine and chill with you, okay. And then someone is too clingy. Okay, so someone could want to wine and chill with you, but they're too clingy. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull some. We have Croatia and someone lied about a death. Okay. Someone lied about a death. Your death. They could have filed papers saying that you died, collective, in order to file insurance. Okay, inheritance, anything. They could have lied about you, or they lied about someone else's death. Okay, let's go ahead and get some karmic tarot here. And yeah, go ahead and finish up the reading here. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. Okay. So we have quite a bit on the karmic tarot. Okay, we have anxiety, the night owl, and someone chasing money. Okay? So, whoever was chasing this money, okay, you don't need to chase money, you manifest. Okay? You don't need to chase, you manifest. So, whoever this is, this could be someone who is a prostitute, okay, night owl, okay, night energy, someone who walks the street at night, a street walker, okay? They could be having anxiety, it could be a stripper, okay? But someone who's heavily involved in the nightlife, okay? Hello. Um, Thank you, moderators, for taking care of those karmic individuals that come into the live reading. Thank you so much. All right. Next, we have catfish. So we have catfish. Okay. And this fell near Jessica, Joyce, and Jessica, wow. I said Joyce Meyer. Wow. Okay. So Joyce Meyer could be a lesbian, undercover. Joyce Meyer could be one of these individuals who's chasing money. Okay. Government agencies are busting religious organizations left and right now. They are busting them all over, at least in America they are, okay? All over the place. So we have a catfish out here. Someone who's using someone just for money, just for whatever other benefits they could get from them, okay? And a conflict. The conflict could be between speaking the truth and staying silent. Okay, conflict. Again, this is confusing energy right here, or someone can't decide between meat and vegetables. Okay, vegan or, okay, someone can't decide that. Do I want to be a carnivore? Do I want to be a herbivore? What do I want to be? Someone can't decide that, but a catfish energy. All right, tarot to tie it up, and then we're going to go ahead and get out of here. All right. So we have the Hermit. Okay, we have the Fool card. Judgment. Okay. And Five of Pentacles. So we have Judgment that fell on the floor with the Five of Pentacles. So someone's financial situation is being judged here, okay, by the Sanhedrin Council. The Sanhedrin Council is 70 spiritual judges. Look it up, Sanhedrin Council. Hello, Justice League. How you doing? Good to see you in the chat. Good to see you. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. All right. So look at that. All right. So some type of judgment in regards to some money someone stole from you, took from you, tried to take, tried to wheel, deal, steal, manipulate, and kill. Okay. All right. But you are hard at work on your whatever you are working on here. Again, we have the Hermit. Okay. So you being hard at work and staying focused, they can't distract you. They can't distract you. Say it. I'm tapped in. You're tapped in. You're tapped in. They can't distract you. Okay. They can't distract you. All right. You're like Kobe on the basketball court. You're like Mamba. They can't stop you. Okay. Right? You see right through them. Like Matt Barnes when Kobe put the basketball in his face. He didn't even flinch. He was just like, right? You locked in. Okay? All right. So, again, this is the day 6. This is day 6 of a 7-day reading. Okay? We will be back tomorrow, if not before then, but we will be back tomorrow for sure at 9:30 p.m. Central Time. America, you can use Illinois as a time reference. Okay. My name is Nehru. I am an extraterrestrial esoteric guide, a descendant of Yeshua and an Egyptian shamanic bloodline. I was born on the 333rd day of the year, kidney manifestation on 7/7/17 after 4.5 years of dialysis due to witchcraft. Healed myself of seizures as a child at the age of 8. Thank you so much as always for being a part of the journey, and be encouraged.